Good morning and welcome to the vlog. Today we're going to do a little something different. Different as in get this 1978 Fiat Spider 124 out of the garage and go for a cruise. Now this 1978 Fiat Spider 124, I've had this a little over a year now, and it's in great shape. The paint's glossy, there's no rust. And it's very rare to have an unrestored, all original Fiat 124 in this condition. Most of them rotted away or they had electrical issues and went to junkyards, scrapped, or people buy them and then they pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to have it rebuilt. I didn't have to do that. I bought this in the exact condition it's in, except I replaced the tires, and the original tires that were on this when I bought it were the original tires from '78, and they still had inner tubes in them. So I upgraded the tires and washed and waxed, and that is all I've done to this car. If you look here on the odometer, 16,519 original miles. That's it. This car has sat for most of its life, and I bought it last year, and I maybe drove 500 miles since I bought it. Just an amazing car. Again, very rare to have one in this condition that's all original. Values on these is anywhere from $6,000 to $25,000. And in this condition, all original, this is probably, because the chrome's not perfect and there's, you know, a couple dents and dings, this car's probably realistically worth about $15,000. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get it out, we're gonna go for a ride. And just to show you how easy it is to start this has been sitting for a while. I think the last time I parked this thing was about 3 weeks ago, and we'll see how easy it starts. Oop. Got my wipers on for some reason. There we go. That's it. One turn of the key and it's fired up. So come and join me, let's go for a ride. Hope you can hear me okay. Again, this is a 1978 Fiat 124 Spider. 5-speed manual. It has a 1.8 liter naturally aspirated, liquid cooled engine. Horsepower is just below 100 or right around 100 horsepower. So it's not a very powerful machine, but it's very light, and it has the gearing is very good for the horsepower, torque, and weight of the car. So even though it's not a big motor, a big engine, doesn't put out a lot of power, it's still excellent as far as the driving experience. I mean, it's enough power that you can pull out of a turn and things like that. But just to demonstrate, so you know that everything on this car works, hazard lights work. When I started it, you saw the fasten seatbelt light come on, the brake light. Now this switch is a little loose, so when I'm driving, you may see it come on and off. You saw the wipers work, all the headlights and turn signals, they all work like they're supposed to. The radio still works. It's not very good, but it still works. And again, this is all original. This is exactly like it was in 1978. Nothing has been changed on this car except for the tires and, you know, preventative maintenance stuff like oil changes, things like that. So let's go for a little ride. We'll go cruise around the golf course, and hopefully you can enjoy this driving experience. Let's go. We had some storms the past couple days, and because of that I haven't really been able to shoot much good video. You know, there's been at least every day 2 to 3 storms. Alright, here we go. Now you just saw me switch directly from 3rd into 4th. And the reason is, when I'm going through the development here, I like to keep it quiet and I like to keep the RPMs down. This is a very quiet neighborhood, and I just don't feel the need to wind out the gears constantly to go up that hill. So if I get a quick little burst from 1st and 2nd, then I go right into 4th, and then it's quiet the rest of the time. And I'm not one to downshift, and I mean in my regular cars, yeah, but in this I just slide it in neutral and use the brakes. Again, it doesn't get driven very far very often. Here I'll do the same thing, I'll go 2nd or 4th. There. Just like that. Now you can see again, the brake light is flickering and on and off because that switch is loose on the e-brake handle. Some debris there from the storms. What's most impressive about this car is Fiat's notorious for their acronyms of Fix It Again, Tony. You know, the electrical systems are subpar, the wiring is subpar, it all goes through one main wire. Therefore your headlights get dim, your wipers stop working as the wiring ages and things start to wear out. But this car has 0 issues. It charges at 14.2 volts from the alternator. best bang for their buck. Okay, we're back at the garage. Let's take a little closer look at this thing. Start under the hood. Get a 1.8 liter double overhead cam. It's belt driven as far as the cams go. So you lose that belt, you're sunk. And you'll actually probably blow the motor because it'll jam up all the valves and everything. Other than that, nothing fancy under here. It does have some nice hood padding, insulation. The front of these cars really is what sets it off. I mean, granted my hood's popped, but it's that whole coming at you thing. You know, it's like a shark just swallowing everything in its path with that wide open grill. With the hood popped, you can't see it as well, so once I close that, we'll take a look. Those two bubbles on the hood. Very signature Fiat. Just adds an awesome look in the body lines. These bodies were designed by Pininfarina, and European sports car enthusiasts know the name Pininfarina. Very, very notorious European automotive bodybuilder, designer. Doors are, standard doors. Wood steering wheel, wood dash. There's a little blemish there. That slice. There's your heater controls. Heat, cool, defrost fan. And then the seats again. They have some wear. They're not perfect. They need reupholstered. Soft top, it needs a new one. So I just have it strapped down with the actual straps that you're supposed to use. Fuel. In the trunk. I have my tripod, I have a battery tender. I keep all my vehicles, well, let me rephrase that. I keep this vehicle and my power sports on battery tenders all the time because I don't drive them very much. The original Pininfarina Spider service manual, some other manuals, but the big thing is the battery. The batteries were put in the trunk for weight. They wanted to balance the weight as much as possible. Again, I put new tires on. Those are Kumo Solus TA11s, a 185/70 R13 for size. Close the hood. Now you can get a good look at that front. Just really cool. Sorry, I keep handing the camera off. It probably is making noise as I handle the camera. But so there it is. Now I'd be open to sell this if anybody out there is watching this and is a collector. I'd really rather not let it go to somebody who's just going to chop it up either for parts or to customize it and make it not what it is. Yeah, I have a title in my name. Well, yeah, it's my wife's name too. Both of our names are on it, but title is in our possession. And I would say if somebody offers me between 10 and 12,000, they'd have themselves a 1978 Fiat. So anyway, this is that F-150 guy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. If you have any questions, we'll catch up with you later. Have a good one. Bye.